All right, so it's Leanne from Leanne's Voice, and I'm still celebrating World Book Day. And I've pulled out a couple of my favorite books, and my one today that I want to share with you is I want to be a voiceover, but where do I start? By yours truly, Leanne Turner. So this is my ebook that I released probably about a month ago or so, because I was always getting asked a lot of questions about, like, what is voiceover, how do you start, what do you do to get work, how do you do this, how do you train? There's lots of different questions people ask me, and I try to answer a bit here, there, and everyone. I thought, why don't I just put it all in one book and get it all together so that people can go to one place to find out. So talk about a bunch of stuff. Like, I talk about what voiceover really is, getting yourself a coach and lots of advice and training. Your health is important. What you eat and drink is important. How much you charge is very, very important. You're not a charity at the end of the day, you're a business. And just being hungry to learn about the industry, about yourself, and just how to improve yourself daily as a business enterprise. And the basic stuff like getting a decent microphone, soundproofing your location, building a studio, whatever it is you've got to do so you can record effectively. And just, actually just reading over scripts and how they should be read and practiced and stuff. And that ultimate one, getting yourself a demo. When do you get it? Who do you get it by? What should you say? All those different questions, I answer it in the book. And then just give my last thoughts and stuff about in a couple of tips. But let me give you a little sample, seeing as though we are here together. Let me just do a little bit of chapter one. So chapter one's about what is voiceover all about. So voiceover is basically acting with your voice. There are a huge amount of voiceovers being used absolutely everywhere. Voices for adverts, e-learning, explainer videos, ebooks, courses, gaming, animation, in-show narration, presenting, cinema trailers, infomercials, dubbing, phone prompts, audiobooks, voices for toys, podcasts, websites, in-store display units. This list is not even exhausted. It goes on and on and on. So a voiceover has to be able to add life to a script, put a little umph in it, Also, it's essential for a voiceover artist to lift the words off the paper and have the ability to create a real character in your mind and in your heart as the listener. A great voiceover artist is able to think on their feet, interpret the words into a realistic character, and is able to give real heart and passion and a true voice to the character in the script. It's not all glamorous though. Some parts of the work are less attractive. So, for example, if you're doing an audiobook recording, you're standing up or even sitting for hours and hours on end. And you're often in a dark room, not seeing much people apart from the engineers. Particularly if you record at home, you probably will see less likely people apart from your husband or your cat. So is this the same type of setup as an environment for online e-learning and medical or legal scripts, which can be long, tedious and very technical words that you need to pronounce correctly. So, and then sometimes you don't really see that much people in a day if you're constantly auditioning or constantly recording, and then you'll often just have your client on the phone by the call or by a Skype call as well. Another little bit I wanted to read you, just the end part of chapter one. I would encourage you though, that if you think you've got qualities to be a voiceover, then do it. But first you need to get advice and training, which we'll talk about in chapter 2. In the voiceover industry, there's going to be a lot of trial and error. Sometimes you'll be able to go into an audition and you'll get it just like that. There's other times you've got to audition 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, even 8 times. That's not unheard of. Get used to rejection. It doesn't mean that you're rubbish. It just means that your voice is not suitable for the project at that time, And when you first are starting out, don't run and get a demo, get an agent. First, run out and get training and lots of experience. So that is a little sample of my book. I want to be a voiceover artist, but where do I start? You can get it on Amazon, and please check out my website, www leannesvoice.com, and have a great and amazing day. Enjoy World Book Day.